What are employee ownership trusts? An employee ownership trust is a relatively simple way for a company to become employee-owned. Typically, an employee ownership trust will acquire a majority shareholding, more than 50% of a company, and then hold those shares for the benefit of the employees. This situation is often referred to as becoming employee-owned. A growing number of companies are becoming majority-owned by an employee ownership trust. Among well-known employee-owned companies are John Lewis, Riverford Organics, and Aardman Animations, the production company behind Wallace & Gromit. Why would a company decide to become employee-owned? Employee-owned companies tend to enjoy several advantages, including greater productivity and resilience. Many company owners retire by transferring ownership to their employees because they believe their company will be more successful compared with selling it to a third party. And some entrepreneurs introduce employee ownership right from the start because they see it as key to maximum long-term success. Why set up an employee ownership trust? This is the simplest form of employee ownership because it avoids the need for each employee to have their own personal shareholding. An employee joining a company automatically becomes a co-owner by becoming a beneficiary of the trust, and if they leave, their ownership automatically ceases. There is no need to issue shares to joiners and buy them back from leavers or from continuing employees wishing to sell. But if you feel individual share ownership would work better in your company, your employee ownership trust could transfer shares to employees directly. The main benefits of trust ownership for employees include a share in financial success through a regular profit-related bonus. If the company's only shareholder is an employee ownership trust, all surplus profits can be paid to the employees. Non-financial benefits, for example, placing a high priority on the company becoming a fulfilling place to work. An income tax-free profit share. There is also a capital gains tax exemption for existing company owners who sell a majority shareholding to an employee ownership trust. How does the income tax-free profit sharing work? A company that's majority owned by an employee ownership trust may pay annual bonuses to its employees free of income tax, up to £3,600 per annum, so long as they are paid on the same terms, that is the same amount per employee or different amounts for each employee according to their salary, hours worked or length of service. The trust may not pick and choose which employees to benefit or by how much. This doesn't prevent the company also paying discretionary bonuses, but these won't be income tax-free. What about capital gains tax exemption? A company owner who sells a majority holding to an employee ownership trust will be entirely exempt from capital gains tax on their sale proceeds. A key condition is that the trust must, if it ever personally benefits employees, do so on the same terms, like with the income tax exemption. How can we find out more? If you'd like to find out more about what kind of share scheme might work in your company, we have a number of additional short animated tutorials that will give you the information you need. Postlethwaite are a law firm specialising in employee share ownership. Get in touch.